Right now, as you watch this video, your kidneys are working. They are filtering your blood, balancing your fluid levels, removing waste, regulating your blood pressure, and doing all of this silently around the clock, every single day of your life. But here is something most people over 40 are never told. Every year that passes, your kidneys are quietly losing ground. Not because of disease, not because of a bad habit, but simply because of aging itself, and a process happening deep inside your cells called oxidative stress. And what science has now discovered about how to fight back is remarkable, because the solution, or at least one of the most promising natural ones ever studied, does not come from a pharmaceutical lab. It does not come from a prescription bottle. It comes from the skin of a red fruit that most of us throw directly in the trash. Stay with us, because what we're about to cover could change the way you think about your kidney health and about that fruit sitting on your kitchen counter forever. Let us start with the facts, because understanding what is happening inside your body is the first step toward doing something about it. Your kidneys are two fist-sized organs sitting just below your rib cage, one on each side of your spine. Together, they filter roughly 200 liters of blood every single day. They produce urine, balance electrolytes, and even play a role in producing red blood cells. But here is the part nobody talks about at the doctor's office. Your kidneys begin losing measurable function as early as age 40. Research published in peer-reviewed literature confirms that the overall decline in the kidney's filtering capacity, measured by what doctors call GFR, or glomerular filtration rate, begins around the fourth decade of life and significantly accelerates between the ages of 60 and 70. In fact, studies show that by the time many adults reach their 60s and 70s, they may have already lost 20 to 25% of their total kidney mass, specifically from the part of the kidney responsible for filtering called the renal cortex. This loss comes with increased internal scarring, a process scientists call fibrosis. And this is not just happening to people who are sick. This is a normal part of biological aging. Now here is where it gets critical. Chronic kidney disease is being called a silent killer, and its prevalence is increasing every single year. Projections suggest it could become the fifth leading cause of death worldwide by the year 2040. That is not a distant abstract statistic. That is a timeline within the lives of people watching this video right now. And the common thread running through all of this, the aging, the fibrosis, the declining function, is a biological process called oxidative stress. You have probably heard the word antioxidant before, but let us make sure we understand exactly what we are talking about, because this is the foundation of everything that follows. Every cell in your body produces energy. That energy production generates byproducts called free radicals, also known as reactive oxygen species or ROS. In small amounts, free radicals are not a problem. Your body has built-in defense systems, enzymes like superoxide dismutase and catalase, that neutralize them. But as you age, something shifts. Free radical production increases. Your natural antioxidant defenses weaken. And the result is a state of imbalance, where there are more damaging free radicals than your body can safely neutralize. That imbalance is oxidative stress, and few organs in the human body are more vulnerable to it than the kidneys. The kidney is highly susceptible to reactive oxygen species-mediated cellular injury, which can result in glomerulosclerosis, tubulointerstitial fibrosis, tubular cell death, and premature cellular aging, all of which can lead to renal failure. Research confirms that oxidative stress mediates age-associated renal cell injury and cell death, particularly through a process called apoptosis, which is programmed cellular destruction. In plain language, when oxidative stress accumulates in kidney tissue, it literally kills kidney cells. And unlike many cells in the body, kidney cells have a very limited ability to regenerate. Studies conducted on both mice and humans have demonstrated an elevation in free radical production, along with a diminished capacity to remove oxidants as individuals age. So the older we get, the more oxidative damage we accumulate, and the less equipped our bodies are to fight it back. This is why kidney health in the senior years is not just a matter of avoiding bad food or staying hydrated. It requires actively supporting your body's antioxidant defenses at the cellular level. And this is exactly where the science of pomegranate peel extract becomes one of the most exciting stories in natural health research today. The fruit we are talking about is the pomegranate punica granatum in scientific language. You know the pomegranate, the deep red fruit with the crown on top. Famous for its ruby red seeds, its tart juice, and its ancient reputation as a symbol of health and longevity. Humans have been consuming it for thousands of years across the Middle East, South Asia, and the Mediterranean. But here is what most people do not know. The pomegranate peel makes up approximately 60% of the entire fruit's weight, and it is the part with the highest antioxidant activity of any component of the pomegranate. 60%, more than half the fruit, and we throw all of it away. The peel contains an extraordinary concentration of polyphenolic compounds, including ellagic acid, punicalagin, punicalin, coralagin, gallic acid, catechin, and epicatechin, each with documented biological activity including antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, and antibacterial properties. The crown jewel among these compounds is a molecule called punicalagin. Punicalagin is the primary contributor to the antioxidant properties of pomegranate products. Its antioxidant capacity is remarkably high, approximately 50%, making it significantly more potent than ellagic acid alone, which demonstrates only about 3% antioxidant capacity per molecule. Let that sink in. The compound found most abundantly in the part of the fruit we discard is also the most powerful antioxidant in the entire pomegranate. And this compound, along with its partner molecules in the peel, has now been the subject of multiple serious scientific investigations into kidney protection, oxidative damage, and aging. Now let us get into the research. Because this is where things get truly remarkable. One of the most significant studies examining pomegranate peel extract in kidney protection was published in the journal Oxidative Medicine and Cellular Longevity. Researchers used a well-established animal model of metabolic syndrome, a condition closely mirroring the health challenges faced by millions of adults, to test the effects of pomegranate peel extract on kidney tissue. The results were striking. Animals receiving the pomegranate polyphenolic extract showed significant reductions in ROS and RNS levels, the markers of oxidative damage in kidney tissue. Importantly, markers of kidney injury, specifically NGAL and KIM1, which are clinically recognized indicators of renal damage, also decreased significantly following treatment with the extract. The researchers also found that punicalagin specifically reduces the generation of reactive oxygen species and exhibits strong superoxide radical scavenging activity. When the extract was administered, even at a low concentration, it measurably reduced oxidative damage in kidney tissue. In clinical terms, the extract was working inside the kidney at the cellular level, intercepting and neutralizing the very molecules responsible for age-related renal damage. A separate study published in Acta Diabetologica in 2025 investigated pomegranate peel extract in the context of diabetic nephropathy, kidney damage driven by diabetes, one of the most common causes of kidney failure in older adults. The research found that pomegranate peel extract provided kidney protection by activating a critical biological pathway known as NRF2/HO1, considered one of the master regulators of the body's own antioxidant defense system. This is significant. The extract was not simply adding antioxidants from outside the body. It was activating the kidney's own built-in protection mechanisms, essentially turning up the volume on the body's internal defense system. Perhaps the most compelling evidence comes from human clinical trials. A randomized controlled clinical trial published in 2020 assessed the effects of 8 weeks of pomegranate peel extract supplementation, providing approximately 180 milligrams of ellagic acid per day in 100 hemodialysis patients. The results demonstrated that pomegranate peel extract significantly improved both oxidative stress condition and antioxidative capacity in these patients. Hemodialysis patients are among the most oxidatively stressed individuals in medicine. They represent the most advanced stage of kidney failure. If pomegranate peel extract can move the needle in this population, the implications for those earlier on the spectrum of kidney aging are substantial. A year-long randomized, placebo-controlled double-blind trial enrolling over 100 chronic dialysis patients found that regular pomegranate consumption yielded a significant time-dependent reduction in protein oxidation, lipid oxidation, and inflammation biomarkers. Furthermore, 25% of patients in the pomegranate group showed improvement in their atherosclerotic process, while more than 50% of placebo patients showed progression. The evidence across animal models, mechanistic studies, and human clinical trials points in a consistent direction. The bioactive compounds in pomegranate peel, led by punicalagin, have a meaningful, measurable ability to reduce oxidative stress in kidney tissue and protect renal function. Now let us take a moment to understand the mechanism. How does pomegranate peel extract actually protect your kidneys? There are 3 primary pathways that research has identified. Pathway 1. Direct free radical scavenging. The polyphenols in pomegranate peel, particularly punicalagin and ellagic acid, have a molecular ring structure that allows them to directly bind and neutralize free radicals, essentially acting as sponges for reactive oxygen species before they can damage kidney cells. This is the most fundamental antioxidant mechanism. Pathway 2. Suppressing inflammatory cascades. Oxidative stress and inflammation are partners in kidney damage. When free radicals accumulate, they trigger inflammatory signals, including molecules called TNF-alpha, Illinois-1-beta, and IL-6, which then cause further cellular injury. Research confirms that punicalagin significantly inhibits the expression of these pro-inflammatory cytokines, helping to break the cycle of oxidative damage and chronic inflammation that drives kidney aging. Pathway 3. Activating the body's own defense system. Flavonoids and polyphenols in pomegranate peel exert their nephroprotective effect not only by direct scavenging, but by acting as activators of the NRF2 antioxidant response pathway, improving antioxidant status and reducing excessive reactive oxygen species levels from within the kidney's own cellular machinery. Think of it this way: a standard antioxidant supplement is like sending one bucket of water to fight a fire. Activating the NRF2 pathway is like turning on the fire suppression system in the building itself. It is a fundamentally more powerful protective response. This triple mechanism, direct scavenging, anti-inflammation, and internal defense activation, is what makes pomegranate peel extract stand apart from many other natural compounds studied for kidney protection. So what does all of this mean for you, watching this video, over the age of 40 or 50 or 60? First, it means that kidney aging is real, it is measurable, and it is driven in large part by a process, oxidative stress, that is influenced by what you eat, how you live, and how proactive you are about supporting your body's natural defenses. Second, it means that pomegranate, particularly its peel, represents one of the most studied and scientifically supported natural compounds for kidney antioxidant protection available today. Now, we want to be completely transparent with you, and this is important. Most of the strongest evidence currently comes from animal studies and from clinical trials conducted in patients with advanced kidney disease. The research in healthy aging adults is promising but still developing. Scientists are clear that more large-scale human trials focused specifically on aging kidneys in people who are not yet on dialysis are still needed. Researchers themselves acknowledge that despite extensive and growing evidence, there is still a need for additional high-quality studies to fully establish the therapeutic protocols for pomegranate peel polyphenols in broader populations. That is honest science, and it is what we believe you deserve to hear. What you can do practically. Pomegranate peel extract is available as a standardized supplement, typically standardized to ellagic acid content. The doses used in clinical trials have generally ranged from 200 to 500 milligrams per day. Fresh pomegranate juice also contains meaningful levels of peel-derived polyphenols, particularly punicalagin, since the fruit is often juiced with the peel present in commercial processing. Before adding any new supplement to your routine, always speak with your physician or a qualified healthcare provider, especially if you have existing kidney disease, are on blood pressure medications, blood thinners, or any other prescription drug. This is not optional advice, it is essential. Natural does not mean without interaction. Let us bring this all together. Your kidneys are extraordinary organs, working every moment of your life without complaint, without rest, without recognition. But they are aging, and oxidative stress, the accumulation of cellular damage from free radicals over time, is the central driver of that decline. What science is now telling us is that the peel of the pomegranate, long discarded as agricultural waste, contains a concentration of protective polyphenols, particularly punicalagin, that has demonstrated real measurable ability to reduce oxidative markers in kidney tissue, activate the body's own internal antioxidant defenses, and reduce kidney injury biomarkers in clinical studies. This is not a miracle, it is not a cure, and it is not a substitute for medical care. But it is one of the most compelling stories in natural kidney health research backed by published peer-reviewed science that every person over 40 should know about. If you found this information valuable, please share this video with someone you care about. Subscribe to Senior Health Insights so you never miss a research-backed health update. And drop a comment below. We would love to know, had you ever heard about pomegranate peel extract before today? Your health is worth understanding. And you deserve the truth. Clearly, completely, and without exaggeration. We will see you in the next video.